You won't be able to decipher it, but it's all runs, by the way. It's all runs. No passes on here.
Does that mean you're going to claim
Just
Kareem
saying.
Hunt? Does that mean you're going to claim
Are we on the record yet? No. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Lane Johnson seemed to play very, very well, especially as the game progressed last week, coming off his knee and a lingering ankle injury. How did you see him play, and did you notice that it seemed like you leaned on him as the game went on? I think he ran 4 straight times in the last 4 plays of a touchdown drive behind him. Where is he, and what does he mean when he's right?
Yeah, since since the Jacksonville game, the injury, and weeks after, he's really in a good place mentally, physically, playing back to the Lane Johnson that we're all that we all know he can. And there's times when really that right side of our offensive line has probably been, from a positional standpoint, probably been the most consistent all season with Brandon and Lane over there, and doesn't take anything away from the other guys. But those two and the combination of those two have been pretty good. And what Lane's been able to provide these last few weeks is just that same old demeanor that he's capable of doing. And you do have a lot of confidence, obviously, when you're calling runs. To maybe lean that way, or it could be based on what the defense is giving you too, because our analytics show a certain thing defensively. So, but yeah, I'm excited where he's at, and look forward to these next few weeks with him at that level.
What does it mean for your team when he's playing at that level? We've preached, I guess, here for the last 20 years. When you have a dominant tackle, you can kind of build an offense around that. You paid him a lot of money, you've given him a lot of responsibility. What does it mean to your team as a whole and your offense as a whole when he's playing to his ability?
Well, you see it with his excitement and enthusiasm after plays, after runs. You see him down the field, whether it's a first down sign or something in the end zone. He's excitable, and that kind of fuels your group, kind of fuels your offensive line, number one, and then it feeds to the rest of the team, because the guys notice that. I mean, the defense notices that. And vice versa. I mean, it plays both ways. But yeah, he's playing like the old Lane Johnson.
Doug, Darren Sproles' role be Monday night, and he told us yesterday that his injury was more than just a hamstring. Can you elaborate on that at all?
Well, obviously he had the hamstring. Then there was a little setback, and his role is going to be without giving away the game plan a bunch. But we gotta, first of all, we gotta make sure you can't just say, hey, Darren, here's the game plan, let's go, you're back 100%, you're rocking and rolling, we're gonna put you in, you're gonna get X number of touches, you're gonna return every punt and do all that. I think that's it's a disservice to him and in fairness to the rest of the guys. But Darren's role is going to be, love to see him back there on some punt returns. Would love to see him get in the mix on some third downs offensively, first and second down, get in there and get, for him it's now about getting back to game speed and getting caught up with that, and the physical nature of the game, being tackled again. But yeah, we'll see. We got another day today to see where he's at, physically, but he's doing well and on track to playing this weekend.
As you see, Doug, around the league, there were 2 high-profile cases that we saw this week. Is there a stance you have, or the organization has, on if a player has one here, or if there's a player elsewhere that you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into all the specifics on the incidences and stuff like that, but
I'm just talking about in terms of a policy from the organization. Is there a...
Yeah, and again, without I'm not going to get into all the policies, obviously, for protecting the Eagles, but obviously there's not a place for this kind of behavior, obviously, and it's unfortunate, because really 2 great players for their respective teams, and it's just unfortunate, but it's something that you hope doesn't happen, obviously, and you just hate it for everybody involved, because it's not good at all.
Now, you ever bring anything if that happens elsewhere? Do you bring it up as sort of a teaching point to your players that look to, obviously, your very high-profile position, things can go sideways very quickly.
Yeah, I think, and you know, with Brett's staff and my communication with the team, we're constantly talking to our players about protecting themselves outside of this building, and you know, and they just have to understand that, you know, they're high-profile guys. They're going to be in the community. They're going to be in the spotlight, and you know, everybody's a reporter. I mean, everybody has, you know, obviously a cell phone and can take video. So it's an awareness. You know, understanding your surrounding, where you're at, and listen, your job is to help us win games, number one, and that needs to remain the focus, and then just, you know, protect yourself when you're away from the building.
Do you expect to have Sidney and Rasul for Monday night, and if so, like, will they go back to starting? I mean,
Well, Sidney and Rasul have done well this week in practice. Again, we'll get another day today. I would say they're on track to helping us defensively in the game. As far as starting, those are things that, you know, we just got to get through today and tomorrow and see. But they should be available for us, yes, in the game.
Michael Bennett hasn't practiced this week. Is he going to be able to play?
He's doing well. He's done all our walkthroughs this week. Just hasn't performed in practice. We're just giving him, you know, some rest on that toe, and he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
What have you seen
good.
from Bennett
Yeah.
over like the last
Cut you off.
6 to 8 weeks from Michael? It seemed like he got a little slow start, kind of worked.
Yeah, I think you know, part of that is, you know, you got to get used to the rotation, number one, and of course when you had, you know, Derek Barnett obviously early in the season and mixing all those guys in, so you know, you don't get as many reps. I think what you're seeing now is he's getting more reps. Obviously, he's getting more snaps in the game, and he's really become, you know, a dominant force. I mean, he's played extremely well. He's been disruptive, been around the quarterback, you know, in recent weeks, and you know, he's really kind of, I think, coming into and understanding the scheme defensively, and then obviously fitting into his role.
Your assistant said this week that you've been very even-keeled through the ups and downs of the season that obviously hasn't always gone according to plan. Who influenced you to be that way? Why do you think that's important for kind of the head coach to take on that approach?
Well, I think you know, I think a lot of it has to do with my faith, quite frankly. As you guys know, I spend time in the morning just me and you know, reading with God, and just kind of giving me a little perspective during the day. I think that really has been a big help to me and my faith and the way I am. Obviously, my parents, who, you know, instilled in me at a young age. And quite frankly, I think too, the other thing is being around this game for so long. You know, there's so many ups and downs. It can drive you nuts if you let it, and you try to maintain that evenness, you know, mentality. I think that was probably back early in my career, you know, as a quarterback. Just, you know, you never want to let your opponent see you sweat. You want to make sure you stay pretty much calm, don't show your emotions, you know, type thing. And I think that's been a big part of kind of who I am, kind of shaped me a little bit. And you know, I try not to let too many things affect me on the outside, even though they might internally. So I don't let you guys get to me very often.
Is Jason Peters going to play, or is he going to be back today?
Jason is dealing with something, you know, it's a personal issue, and I don't want to disclose that. I'll let you talk to him, but very optimistic and hopeful that he plays. Yes.
So as we get closer to the end of the season, the outside's going to say, you know, this and this have to happen for you guys to make the playoffs. And looking at all the scenarios, how do you make sure your guys don't get caught up in that sort of thing?
You know, I think because of, and I listened to some of our player comments this week on that same topic, and I think they're right on. I think it's unfortunate where we are. You know, we've kind of dug this hole for ourselves, and the only way is to climb out of it is one game at a time. And I think that's been the focus of the team, been my focus, obviously, this week. You know, we got to control only what we can control. And you know, we got the Redskins on Monday night, and it's going to be a great division battle. And, you know, all the things that they're talking about, we got to do. And we can't worry about playoff scenarios. And, you know, we just got to make sure that we take care of our business and see if that's good enough at the end.
NFC East rival, obviously, you mentioned the Redskins. So there's familiarity, but how much have they changed without Kirk as a team? They're obviously much different.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously rely on their run game. Adrian, I think, has really given them a spark this year in the run game, and they should get Thompson back, I think, and get him back. It looks like he'll be ready to go, and so I think everything kind of starts kind of with that, and then Colt, I think, is a quarterback that knows the offense extremely well. You see it in his play, you see it in his decision making, and things haven't changed a whole lot. The ball might go to maybe some different guys. It's no different than when Nick played versus Carson. The ball sometimes goes to different guys. That's just different lens and what people are seeing. But I think it's without saying, you got to continue to, either stop or slow the run game, and then try to put pressure on the quarterback. That's always been a formula for pretty good success, I think, defensively, and make sure we handle our business that way. Okay.